How's it going everyone, my name's FallenDestroyer and welcome back for another Rainbow Six Siege video, and today I'm going to be doing a full character breakdown for Twitch. So Twitch is an attacker for the GIGN and has a rank 2 for both armor and for speed. This gives her a good mix of playstyles, so you can play it very aggressively and get in the enemy's face, or you can play very slowly and methodically while hitting people accurately from long range, and this is shown very clearly with her weapons. Twitch is one of the few operators that actually has a choice of 3 primary weapons, which are the F2 but is more commonly known as the FAMAS, the 417 Marksman Rifle, and the SG CQB Shotgun. So personally I would never use the shotgun, as the other 2 weapon choices are far better options. So if you want to use the 417 Marksman Rifle, then you're going to want to play very slowly and be at the back behind your team, or behind a shield user where you can pick the enemies off. So for the attachments I'd recommend either the holographic sight or the ACOG. For the barrel I'd say go for the compensator, and of course we'll get the vertical grip to help with our recoil control. For those wanting to use the F2 or FAMAS, then again use the holographic sight, the compensator and the vertical grip. Now the F2 is my go-to weapon when I play Twitch, and it's mainly because it has an incredibly fast fire rate and very low recoil, so in close quarters or 1v1s you're pretty much more likely to win the fight simply because you can put out more damage and do it accurately, faster than pretty much any other weapon. So moving on to her sidearm, she has a choice of either the P9 or the LFP 586. Now I like to use the P9 just for the larger magazine, but the LFP is a great gun, so it's really down to which one you want to use. And finally for her gadget, she has a choice of stun grenades or breaching charges, and what you should take should ultimately depend on the rest of the team. So if you have a lot of people that can breach, then take the stun grenade, and if there's only one other person who can breach, then it makes sense to take the breaching charges with you as well. So Twitch's ability is actually her RSD Model 1 shock drone. Now her drone actually has a taser on it which you can use to destroy traps, damage enemies, and of course scout and mark enemies, but it does lack the ability to jump, so always try to be in cover when shooting an enemy or a gadget. Now you can actually kill enemies with the taser, but it does take quite a few hits, and once someone gets damaged they're going to move, so this can be a great distraction if you're able to hit a few enemies and get them out of cover just as your team is breaching in, leaving them vulnerable to attack. Also, if an enemy is downed, you can tase them once to kill them, even if the enemy is reviving them at the time. So one of the best places I've found to hit enemies from is inside the drone tunnels, as once a round is started most people don't think to keep checking them, but once you shoot, move the drone to a slight angle so you can move it out of the way should they try and destroy the drone, as it's twice the size of a standard drone and has lots of blue lights on it, so it's easily spotted and destroyed. But if you're in a room with an enemy and the drone tunnels aren't an option, then try to get under the enemy's feet, as they will have a much harder time trying to hit you. Now you can also hide inside a dead body, as you're completely covered and the enemies will have no idea where you are. Twitch also becomes really useful if Thatcher isn't on the team as well, as having a drone able to take out the gadgets that are out of line of sight or in hard to access areas becomes invaluable, especially later into a round. So I'd love to hear from you guys your thoughts and tips for Twitch, so just let me know down below in the comments. And if you're looking for help freestyling situations, then look down below in the description for a playlist for the easiest ways to do them. So that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, then don't forget to smash that like button before you go, and if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe as well, it really helps me out. So until the next video, toodle pip.